Hi everyone, we are live again for our book Skip a Step series. I'm Lisa Caprelli. I'm founder of Young Entrepreneurs Worldwide, and here with me is Zara on my co-founding team, Monica.
Hi.
Our film cinematographer, and Michael Ashley, co-author of Skip a Step. So Michael, tell us about what we're doing in the relationship you have with a 16-year-old teen CEO.
Thank you so much. So I'm Michael Ashley. I'm the co-author of Skip a Step with Lisa Caprelli, and today we're very fortunate to have Mi-chael Reddick today. She is the 16-year-old CEO of the Eacl, which stands for the Esports Amateur Competitors League, and I was fortunate enough to meet Mi-chael and her father, Mi-chael Reddick, just recently through a mutual friend through the Chamber of Commerce, and they're doing a very innovative new thing with esports, and I'd like to actually turn over to you for a second and ask you to speak to what you guys are doing.
So my organization, we use esports tournaments to raise money for nonprofits, and when we throw these, we host esports tournaments, we give 50% of the proceeds to each nonprofit.
Awesome. So what's it like being a 16-year-old CEO?
Busy. Because I have college at the same time. So I really have to do a lot of time management and prioritization and make sure that I get all of my tasks done.
So what is some of the feedback you get from your peers?
They don't know that I'm 16 at first, and then I'm talking to them, and then finally they're like, okay, you look kind of young. And so I let them know how old I am, and they're like, wow, I would have never guessed.
Well, we're going to get down and ask some, when we do the interview, asking some good in-depth questions for the book. So if you're watching this after we go live, you'll just have to wait for the chapter about Mi-chael Reddick and why she decided to become 16. Yes, Robert Tobias says 16 college. And just give some more background of what made you become an entrepreneur at such a young age. What an inspiration to so many young people out there.
I just, when we first started the organization, before this came about, we had our own nonprofit, and we just saw how difficult it was to fundraise with a nonprofit. No matter how good your cause is, it becomes difficult to fundraise. So we actually came up with a way for us to help other nonprofits continue doing good in the community.
Thank you. So what has it been like for you and having her grow this company?
Excellent. I mean, we've known who she was because she started off actually tutoring a lot of athletes for us. And, you know, she's self-taught pretty much herself algebra in like the 8th grade just by reading through a book. And her first math teacher this summer was a trigonometry teacher. That was her first time ever having a math teacher. So she pretty much has a great understanding of numbers. And her major is applied mathematics with the concentration in quantitative finance. So that's the reason why we are doing all of this now is to encourage other young people that even though you have time and you're doing college, that you really do have time to give back. So our whole goal is to get young people to start doing more internships with nonprofits so that we can help them be able to produce their product and, you know, keep giving back to the community.
Well, you're a great voice for us. As I said, I'm founder of Young Entrepreneurs Worldwide, and one of our missions among many is to recruit mentorship and people that want to give back and help teach the younger generation, jumpstart their life, you know, as much as sometimes 10 years by having these programs. So hats off to you. What are 3 characteristics you say that would describe Mi-chael and being a businesswoman?
You know, she is very, she has a lot of tenacity. I stick her in situations that I want to see her buckle. You know, I want to be like, well, you know, there's going to be people who are asking you, you know, about investments and saying, how can you handle a company that's like this? So I stick her around men and women who are seasoned, who get approached by people all the time, and she never buckles. So I love her tenacity and the way she approaches each task. Even though some of them, you know, a lot of people will, I have grown people who buckle under pressure, you know, because, you know, people have titles and they have their way of carrying themselves. She seems very privileged to it, like it bounces off. It's like, do you even understand who I just had you talking to? So she's been very good at that, and she carries herself. She's a great spokesperson.
Well, we're excited to follow your story. Michael, any last words before we go?
I was just going to say, just hearing that stuff, it's so amazing that you're doing this, and you have such presence and poise, and even at 16 years old, and you're handling that full workload. I don't think I could take those subjects on in college, so I think
Steve's
that's really
watching.
awesome.
Hi, Steve. Michael, share some behind-the-scenes questions that you helped write up that we're going to ask her today that
Well, we
the
kinda
audience
touched
will
on-
have to get later?
Yeah, well, we kind of touched it just a second ago, but you have a very interesting educational background that not a lot of people have, and you are self-taught in so many ways, and I'm really excited to delve into that with you as well. And part of the things we talk about with this entrepreneurship idea is that in the past, college kind of prepared you for the future world, but I'm not sure if that's the case anymore. And I think what you're doing is kind of an ad hoc approach, where you're beginning a company at the same time as you're in college, and we want to present that as a viable alternative for people. It's kind of like an internship meets an apprenticeship. At the same time, you're also going through college too. And we want to go into that in the interview.
Okay, that's it. So thank you, Mi-chael, and follow us on Facebook, Young Entrepreneurs Worldwide, or information on our book, Skip a Step, is skipastep.net. See y'all next time.